Для открытия Московского экономического форума на сцену приглашаются председатель программного комитета Руслан Гринберг, сопредседатель организационного комитета Виктор Садовничий, сопредседатель организационного комитета Константин Бабкин.
Доброе утро, уважаемые коллеги, уважаемые господа. Очень приятно, что в Московском университете, в Шуваловском центре, Шувалов — это основатель Московского университета, собрался столь представительный форум. Мы рады приветствовать всех зарубежных гостей, которые приехали и придали значение нашему форуму. Мы рады приветствовать всех участников форума и, конечно, желаем всем нам плодотворной работы. Я думаю, что площадка Московского университета выбрана не случайно, поскольку в университете прорастают все цветы и будут высказаны разные точки зрения. И, конечно, очень важно, чтобы в этой конструктивной дискуссии были найдены предложения, пути развития, которые заслужат внимания общества, государств и которые будут полезны для развития мировой экономики. Конечно, экономика развивается по своим законам. И здесь не обойтись простыми разговорами и простыми рассказами. Экономика требует точных моделей, экономика требует точных прогнозов, экономика требует очень серьезного отношения к себе. И я, как математик, это хорошо знаю. Несколько дней назад у меня был Медоуз, тот самый знаменитый человек, основатель римского клуба. Он показал новую книгу «Пределы роста» 20 лет спустя. И у нас был очень серьезный разговор, а как будет развиваться человечество, какие есть естественные ограничения, и как лучше жить человечеству с тем, чтобы оно имело поменьше проблем. Вот здесь сидит Оскар Акаевич Акаев, с которым мы написали книгу «Прогноз мировой экономики».
The book, the prognosis developed on the world economy, those were mathematical prognosis, but they definitely are tied to a number of indexes to human capital. As a mathematician, I understand how serious any utterance can be in the sphere of economy, especially when it goes down to forecasting. I would like to see our discussions productive, and I would like that we should be heard, not only listened to, because the objective of this forum is to come up with an original point of view, which should be founded, accepted by the scientific community and the World Committee. I would like to extend my thanks to you, Ruslan Semyonovich, because you are the key person in making the arrangements for this forum. I also want to extend my thanks to co-organizers and to all those who have been active, the Academy of Sciences, governments, ministers, to businessmen, to members of the parliament, those who are passionate, who displayed their enthusiasm. As the rector of the Moscow State University, I would like, availing myself of these opportunities, because it's the year of ecology, and ecology and economy are counter-related, to wish a constructive proceedings to our forum. I would like to believe, I hope, sure, that good decisions, good ideas will be found at the end of the day, which will be taken into account, and this is the main objective of all scientists. This is the main objective, our responsibility of economists. You're welcome. Welcome to the Moscow State University. Dear Mr. Viktor Antonovich, dear colleagues, ladies, comrades, it's not by chance that I am addressing you in a multitude of addresses, because we have the gathering made of people of various, points of view, but they're all patriots of our country who would like to air the understanding as to in what way we should modify or change the situation in the country, world outlook, dead end, which we're in. I hate to read out any text, but these days I decided to write down a couple of ideas which I would like to share with you. That's why I will look at why we decided to call this forum a Moscow office. We know that there are many forums in Russia, in worldwide, but there is no Moscow forum, and that's why we believe that the Moscow Economic Forum should take a place of its own in a range, in the family of economic forums across the globe. And I'll tell you why. Mostly, quite often, more often than not, economic forums are intended to improve investment climate, striking of making various transactions. That is true, but this is only part of the agenda. We have decided to recall a very famous utterance of John Keynes, who says that at the end of the day, politicians, whether they like ideas or whether they do not like ideas, whether they treat professors well or they treat them badly, there is a variety of opinions of those who are decision makers, but no matter whether they like professors, whether they like or not, they are guided by certain ideas, sometimes subconsciously or sometimes consciously, and in this sense, those are ideas which rule the world. And now we have come together to share our ideas, compare our points of view, compare our world methods of world outlook, because we believe that it's time. Confucius says there is nothing stronger than the idea, the time of which has come. And I believe that in Russia and worldwide, situation is very troublesome. We think that we are in the situation of the dead end or impasse as far as the world outlook is concerned, and we have to think hard as to what alternative ways of politicians and economic development should be proposed for our country and for the entire world. This is the first item which I wanted to make a point of. The second aspect which I wanted to highlight is that our forum is an international one. We have the benefit of renowned scientists from the United States, from Europe, from Latin America and Asia. We know that each region of the world has specific of its own, but everywhere people are concerned about the present state of affairs. The third item on my list is interdisciplinary forum. We know that as economists that there are things which are more important than economists. This is something, health is not the entire thing, but without health, everything else is meaningless. For me, it is clear that the economy is health compared with the health of a person, and it is only on this basis that any other, actions can be undertaken which are of value for banks. That's why we have the benefit today not only of economists, but of psychologists, of politologists. They have their own notions about economy, and sometimes their notions are more precise. And the fourth M is the multitude of points of view. And I believe that by and large, we can say the respectable left society, social democrats, but there are some right conservatives here too in our midst, and this is one of the most important, or rather even objectives of our forums. Next to me stands a very modest person, outstanding person. His name is Konstantin Babkin. He is the hero of the capitalist capitalist labor. He is a capitalist with a human face. If I ask him, I don't believe that he would say that he's a social democrat by his world outlook, but he is very much concerned about the situation of the real sector of our economy. I'm speaking about irony, because a lot has been done over the last 20 years, but the great defeat that Russia has suffered as a result of the transformation is the primitivization of the structure of its economy. And Konstantin Babkin is one of co-organizers of our forum. He will have a chance, of course, to air his views. He has contributed a lot, intellectual and organizational, so that our forum should be an event. And the most important message which I would like to deliver is that all of us now witness a lot of disbalances across the globe when the invisible hand with visible hand of the state, we see great disproportions and great distortions, and our ultimate goal is that at the end of all the discussions we're going to have today and tomorrow is to develop, generate an alternative agenda, I'd like to reiterate, for our country and for the entire world, because moreover so Russia now is the head of the G20. G20 often comes under criticism, but had it not been there, the world could have found myself in a state of chaos when happened in 1930s. Now we don't have any currency wars, we don't have any grab the neighbor policy, but nevertheless there is general feeling of uneasiness, and Russia leads the G20, and perhaps our deliberations will be of help, assistance to those people who are responsible for making decisions. And that brings me to the end of my list, and I would like Konstantin to take now from me. Thank you, Viktor Antonovich. Thank you, Ruslan Semyonovich, for your warm words. We have come together in this room, in this temple of science. I would like to remind you that the reason why, and why here is the state of the economy. For 22 years in our country, we have seen the domination of this country. Sometimes it's called market fundamentalism. Some people call it simplified form liberalism. This science says that the money should be at the helm of the affair, all the pleasure should be the main focus, and everything else is secondary. And this economic policy has led us to a very sad situation. 20,000 enterprises have disappeared in Moscow. 15,000 villages and towns have disappeared in this country. We see the dwindling population, the unemployment is growing, and there is an apathy, feeling of apathy in the society, and now we start to believe that we have lost the ability to create, and there is nothing bright ahead of us in the future. I believe that here in this room we see the people who know that Russia has the greatest potential. We have everything necessary for dynamic development, but we lack economic policy. We lack this driving idea which could formulate the measures and the actions which should take our country forward. These ideas can be felt in the air, but they have not been formulated in the form of a mainstream. We do not yet see a strong, well-knitted community of people who would be standing behind this idea. And our objective of our forum is to make a big, sizable contribution towards development of such economic and ideological, community. We have the pleasure of representing for more than 13 nations. That means that the issues and problems that Russia is facing are common for many regions of the world, for many countries in the world, and the foreign guests have come together to show that the world needs a healthy, dynamic, developing Russia, so that partnership relations can be stricken with Russia and it could be dealt with as a good neighbor. We have the pleasure of CEOs of various industries, of agricultural. I welcome you all, and I would like to welcome specifically the members of the media. We have now more than 200 various media representatives accredited with our forum, and more than 100 publications have already appeared in the press, and I believe as a result of the forum there will be many more, maybe there will be thousands of those, and the forum is likely, I would like to believe, to become a recurring affair. We'll have 60 events through this forum. I would invite you to speak up your mind, strike new unions, alliance, and I thank you for your participation, and I wish you luck and success in your work.